Knicks fans, we are 23 days away from opening night, Knicks Grizzlies. If you're not pumped up about that, you're on the wrong channel. So if you are excited for opening night, as we are 23 days away, a little over 3 weeks, I'm excited. My birthday is on opening night. I want a dub on opening night. If you're ready for the season to start, like this video right now. Welcome into New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We have some news, and I'd call it somewhat breaking news to get to, as the Knicks held their first training camp practice today. Tom Thibodeau spoke to the media, and he was asked about who was going to start at the shooting guard spot, next to Brunson, next to Barrett, next to Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. We've been talking about it a lot on the channel, and he said Evan Fournier is the leader and the front runner to be the starting shooting guard for the New York Knicks. If you've been watching the show, you know I've been pushing for the Quentin Grimes hype train to get rolling, for him to be the starting shooting guard. So to be honest, I'm a little bit frustrated. I understand Fournier being the starter. He's the vet. He has the most minutes ever played. He's played the most games. He's got the experience. He's a shooter. He's a scorer. There's someone paying $18 million per year. I get all that. But in today's show, I'm going to tell you why Quentin Grimes should be the starter. But let's go straight to Tom Thibodeau and hear what he had to say about why Evan Fournier is the leader right now in the clubhouse to be the starter. He said, we need shooting. The one thing I know with Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, we have to put shooting around them. Mitchell Robinson will give pressure around the rim. That's what will force the defense to collapse. Evan's proven. I thought the second half of last year, he played really well. I like the depth we have at that position. We will see how everything unfolds. Let's go back to what Tom Thibodeau said. Everyone is entering training camp with a clean slate. Obviously, that's bullshit, because we're in the first day of training camp, and you're already saying that Evan Fournier is the front runner to be the starter. If everyone had a clean slate, you wouldn't know who the starting lineup is. I'm tired of this regime straight up lying to my face like I'm an idiot. We are too smart as Knicks fans to be lied to, and I'm done with it. Stop lying to us. We are the smartest fans in the world. That is so disrespectful to keep lying to the real ones out there. This is what Evan Fournier did last season. 14.1 points per game, 41.7% from the field, 38.9% from three, and he made 241 threes in the season. He's a marksman from three. He's a sharpshooter, no doubt about it. But if he's not going to play defense, will it help this starting lineup? Tom Thibodeau alluded to the fact that he thought Fournier played really, really well in the second half of the season. And he did. And the numbers, they support that. His points per game went up. His field goal percentage went up. His three-point percentage went up. He was knocking down 3.5 three-pointers a game on almost 9 attempts from three. Evan Fournier can get hot, but it's the inconsistencies that concern me. He may have averaged 15, but it was not 15 points this night, 15 points this night, 15 points this night. It was 30 points this night, 0 points this night, and then 20 points this night, and 5 points this night. It was inconsistent, and that's what I have a problem with Fournier. Another problem I have is starting Evan Fournier makes RJ Barrett your best perimeter defender. And that's a problem, because that makes RJ Barrett have to exude and use up all of his energy on the defensive side of the court, where he has to now be the Knicks' best perimeter defender. He's the one that's going to have to be chasing around the other team's best scoring forward and guard all night long, because Evan Fournier ain't doing that. Jalen Brunson ain't doing that. Julius Randle ain't doing that. Now it's going to be RJ Barrett, and that is going to take away from his growth and his maturation on the offensive side of the court, and that's a problem. We should be doing everything we can as the New York Knicks to make RJ Barrett the focal point of this team, and having him be this team's best perimeter defender is going to take away from him as his efficiency and volume on the offensive end of the court, and that's upsetting for me because, look, he's 22 years old. We need to be doing everything we can to get the absolute most out of RJ Barrett. That's what good teams do. They find young players that are good, and they put them in an environment to be successful. I'm not sure the New York Knicks have done that through 3 years of the RJ Barrett experience so far. I'll ask you this question, though, because I know a lot of you guys wanted Grimes to start. I know a lot of you guys wanted Cam Reddish to start. Some people wanted Evan Fournier. I'm not saying it's a bad decision. I just think it's the wrong one. But I'll ask you, what are your thoughts on Evan Fournier starting this season over Grimes and Reddish? I want all the real ones to sound off. Let me know what you think, because I'm going to be down in the comment section checking out your responses, and I'll think about it going to bed tonight, and I'll respond to you in the comments. Today's show is presented by our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. When you go to chatsports.com/bet and you use the promo code CHAT125, they're going to hook you guys up with a 125% deposit bonus. What does that mean? You put $100 into your account, they're going to give you a free, F-R-E-E, a free $125 to bet with. Bet on the Knicks. Bet on the Knicks opening night. Their win total in Vegas right now is 39.5. I'm betting the over. I'm putting lettuce where my mouth is. Be like me. Get rich. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Promo code CHAT125. This is my biggest beef, though, with the Evan Fournier being the front runner in the starting lineup. The Knicks held out Quentin Grimes in all of the trade talks for Donovan Mitchell. For him to be a backup, that is unacceptable. It's ludicrous. And quite frankly, it's bullshit. How can you hold Quentin Grimes out of a trade for Donovan Mitchell, and then you go back and tell me he's not good enough to start on this team? That's my beef. The Knicks front office and Tom Thibodeau, I don't know if they're aligned. They continue to tell us their mindset is to build with the youth, have those guys get better, and win at the same time. It's the hardest thing to do in any sport in the world. Build for the future and try to win now. The Knicks are doing that, and I truly believe starting Evan Fournier is going to hinder the potential and the success of guys like Quentin Grimes and guys like Cam Reddish. It's unacceptable that Quentin Grimes is not going to be starting after you held him out of a trade for Donovan Mitchell. This is what Tom Thibodeau said about Quentin Grimes, because he was asked about him after he said that Evan Fournier was the leader to be the starter on day one of training camp. He said, Quentin Grimes, he played extremely well last season. He's a fierce competitor. He's tough physically and mentally. His shot profile complements our best players. Two-way player. Those are all pluses. Not starting Grimes is a crime, and for multiple reasons. What this starting five needs, alongside Brunson and Barrett and Randle and Robinson, what that group needs is Quentin Grimes, a guy that can catch and shoot, a guy that's willing to play defense, a guy that's able to guard the best team's opposing offensive wing every single night. Quentin Grimes in his rookie year, you know what? 6 points per game, not all that inspiring. Almost a steal per night, 38% from three, 40% from the field. But he didn't play a lot of minutes. He didn't, quite frankly, play in a lot of ball games. But in the 15 games that he played more than 20 minutes, he produced. What does that tell you? When the kid gets minutes, the kid is going to do well. 12 points per game, a steal and a half, 45% from the field, and almost 45% from downtown. More Quentin Grimes minutes equals more Quentin Grimes production. And that goes for the same for in the 6 games that he started last year. 13.3 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and he shot 46% from the field and 44% from downtown in the times he started. When he plays, when he gets the minutes, he's going to produce. Grimes is the best option for the New York Knicks to start, and I really don't think it's all that close, because what does this team need in the starting lineup? They need catch and shoot. That's what Tom Thibodeau said. Is Quentin Grimes not a shooter? He shot almost 40% as a rookie. I cannot continue to take the lies from Thibodeau in this front office. It's frustrating. We are too smart as Knicks fans to buy into that. No way, no how anyone can tell me that Evan Fournier is the right move for him to start. Because you know what? There's not going to be a lot of shots to go around. Brunson's a ball-dominant guy. He's going to have to get shots. You paid him $110 million. RJ Barrett, you just paid him $100 million. He's going to need shots. Julius Randle, you just paid him $130 million. He's going to need shots. So that last guy is the guy that's not going to get a lot of shots. And if Fournier is not getting a lot of shots, he is a negative rating on this team because he doesn't play defense. He needs plays drawn up for him, and he has to get shots up, or he's not a winning basketball player. A guy that is a winning basketball player that doesn't need a lot of shots is Quentin Grimes. It makes no sense for the New York Knicks to start Evan Fournier. I'll ask you, though, before we get on out of here, who starts this year? Who would you start? Don't predict it. If you were Tom Thibodeau, if you were the head coach of the New York Knicks, who would you start next to Brunson, Barrett, Randle, and Robinson? Type 13 for Fournier, 0 for Cam Reddish, a New Jersey number he's rocking this year, or 6 for Quentin Grimes. Real ones, stand up and shout out your answer in the comment section. And also, if you made it this far in the video, that makes you a real one. What's a real one? It's someone that likes every video, they answer the questions in the comment section, they subscribe, and they bleed blue and orange, or orange and blue, whatever the way you want to say it. So if you fit that description, type real one in the comments right now.